Hey guys, it's Lou, and I just wanted to tell you that I just got done with the Asylum Speed and Agility, and that is such a crazy wipe your butt workout. I don't know how else to say it. I like to say that when I do that workout, I can imagine that that's what it must feel like to be a piece of wood that's thrown through a wood chipper. Like you just get thrown in one end and then you come right out the other end in a billion pieces. Because that's what it feels like Shaun T does to me. And I've only been doing this in this Asylum workout with my Body Beast and Les Mills pump workouts. And the last 4 weeks have been in a little bit of flux because every Thursday, tomorrow being the last day, I had to get an injection in my knee to put a type of fluid, a gel behind my kneecap that would help to lubricate the knee as a counter effect against age and the problem I have with my kneecap. And the needle is a big needle. Looks like something that you stick in a turkey with a thermometer at the end. The coolest thing is that my doctor did Insanity, so we're kind of on the same page. And every time he sticks the needle in, I try and hit the high note from the song Take On Me by Aha. I usually do it. I can't do it now, but take on me. So if I had a needle in me, I could do that high note. So when I get that injection, I can't do any leg work for 36 hours. So if I get it in the morning on Thursday, I can't do another cardio workout until late Friday night, which is fine. So I was really happy to get the speed and agility workout done tonight. And I want to do core. I want to do vertical plyo. I'm a little concerned because I only have like a 6'8", like barely a 7-foot ceiling in here. I'll modify it like I always do, and I feel great that I've been doing speed and agility every other day. I remember when I did my first round of P90X back in 2010, which I started on December 1st of 2010. Excuse me. Jeez. I don't know why I set the alarm. Anyway, when I did that first round, I did doubles in the last month. When you do P90X, if you want to do doubles, it starts in the second month. But I decided in the third month, I'm going to do doubles. So I did 4 additional Cardio X workouts. And the cool thing about Cardio X is that it's Yoga X, Kempo X, Plyometrics, and Core Synergistics. It's like 10 minutes of each, plus warm up and stretching. And I found that when I added that to my routine, I was doing much better. I was excelling in those 4 workouts when I did them normally in the week as the 1 hour P90X workout. And when I say excelling, I don't mean that they got easy for me. I mean that I could push myself harder and get like a more enhanced after effect from each workout. So I feel like that each time I do speed and agility, I get better in it in a similar way. I'm able to go to the second and almost the third rung in a ladder. I won't lie. When I was doing God, I'm so tired. I can't even remember what it's called. It's a move where you're in the ladder and you go 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot into the first rung or the second rung or the third rung, or you do double feet. Um, I can't remember it. I'm just tired. Somebody's going to probably reply on my post and say, "Oh, this is the move." But I get to the second rung now, and I go like fast for 5 or 8 seconds, and then I peter out. It's like I just run out of gas, and I fall to my knees. Then I count to 3, and I do it again. And I find every time I go to the third rung, the ladder gets caught on my foot, and it spins forward, and I got to stop and fix it. So I do like 3 push-ups just for good measure. So it's a disaster when I do the workout, and that's fine because I get all sweated up and soaking wet, and I'm out of breath. I'm actually on the ground gasping for air. I feel like what it must feel like to be chased by wild wolves in the forest, or to be chased by a dinosaur, like in that King Kong scene where they're running along the cliff, or Jurassic Park with the velociraptors. I know I'm getting a great workout. Um, I seem to have like a curse in that it takes me longer to get results, and I attribute that to age, and I didn't really sleep too well for 3 years. I wonder why. And I finally kicked the caffeine habit. Um, that was a tough thing for me to do, and I'm really proud of that. So I really understand that um, maybe that's something I should think about, and maybe I should do the ultimate reset at some point, and I'll definitely do it. The only thing that held me back on doing the ultimate reset was it wasn't so much that would not I wouldn't be happy because you can't really do exercises doing the ultimate reset. You have to do maybe just yoga or stretching at the most. But I I didn't want to be out with friends or someone special and not be able to have like a nice meal with them. And the really good news is I was talking to someone last night, and she gave me some support. And she actually said to me she would support me if I did that. And that was like the first time somebody in that level of closeness had said something like that. And I think that one of the things that really affects our results is negativity. And when people are just putting you down all the time, or they're shaking their heads and telling you don't have to exercise this many times a week, you don't have to eat you can eat anything you want, you're doing it wrong, you don't need to do that, you should join a gym, you shouldn't be a coach, you should be a fitness instructor, you should just devote yourself to architecture, you should just run, you shouldn't do those workouts, you should you should eat a lot of red meat. Everybody just is full of advice, and it's all bullshit. And the advice I hate the most comes from people who've never done certain things. Like people who like to give advice about kids, but they don't have kids. They think if they watch kids, it's the same thing. Well, they're in for a big surprise. But anyway, I don't want this to turn into a negative discussion. I want to just say that negativity impacts you. It just chips away at your soul. It's like that little butterfly that you keep safe in a cage in your mind. It starts to die when everybody just starts choking up the air inside of it. And maybe that's part of the reason why sometimes we don't have great results. But then someone comes along that really just, builds up your self-esteem and doesn't do it in a weird way, but just kind of makes you see yourself for what you really are and can be. And for the first time, you feel very good about things. And I think it's important for each of us to surround ourselves with those kind of people. And I know sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes you have a spouse that's just beating you to death with mentally, saying, you shouldn't work out, or you're making me jealous. Other men are going to look at you. I've heard that from people before, from other women. Or, sometimes people, I heard a friend of mine in another group said today that somebody told her that she didn't look like she was getting results or something after working out all that time, and that's just bull. Because I see this person getting results. I remember when she first joined my pal Dennis's group, and I don't want to embarrass her and give her name, but it's you know, I just think she's a real inspiration to me, and I think when people start posting things like motivational pictures and they start giving you advice, and every picture of them is if they're soaking wet with sweat, those are the kind of people I want to follow. I'm not interested in people giving lip service. Um, one of the best things about being a coach is that a lot of the people that succeed as coaches that stick it out, they're some of the most positive people you'll ever meet in your life. And I think most of them were maybe very, very overweight at one point, or were just not in good shape, or they were just very skinny. And they probably got beat on a lot by many different individuals. They were probably put down a lot. Maybe they didn't grow up in as well of an environment as they would have liked to. And then they become this beautiful person, and a lot of them don't see themselves that way. But I meet these people, like I met them at Summit, and I was afraid at first because I thought they would be all jockish like in a gym, and they weren't. They're some of the kindest people I've ever met in my life, and they're a lot of fun. So, I'm going off in different directions, and I do that every time I make a video after I work out because I just can't think straight. It's like the after effect of the energy and endurance formula. Um, I'm a bad boy too. I haven't eaten dinner yet, and it's like 10:54. So I really want to eat something, which is okay because I'm going to stay up a bit. But let's just let the ledger state that I am having a great time doing the asylum. I was told I would never be able to do it. And there's a lot of people who will say to me, well, you're not doing the asylum because you're not doing the full 30 days. You're doing just the one workout. And, I don't know if that's true. Um, because I'm doing what I want to do. And I don't have to have like a scoreboard. It doesn't matter to me. I just love this one workout. I'm filled with glee every time I do it. Like glee, like the Wobblers kind of glee, like I want to sing my heart out. So that's all I want to say, and I have no idea what this video is about, but I think I'm going to save it and post it, and just hopefully somebody will gain something positive from it. So thank you. I love you.